Welcome back, my friends. It is December 1st. We are starting out on the holiday season. I hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I am ready to move the crafting past Christmas. Yes, I am. I know it's not Christmas yet, but this is pushing us in to the lovey-dovey and Valentine's time frame. And we only have one set for the kiddos, but the rest of it is all elegant and both love and friendship, which I like because it's more across the board and universal. But check out the cute. And at first I wasn't sure I liked it, but now that I've played with it, just wait till you see what I made. This is the Monster Love Pop. Okay? And at first I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I just couldn't. I can't even say what I thought. But, okay, this is what they look like. Okay? This is a fluffy monster. And this is, I don't know, an oval monster. But then they have a pop-up mechanism, okay? There is going to be a video, I believe, on the Spellbinders YouTube channel that shows you how to do the pop-up mechanism. I watched it. We were allowed to see it early, but I watched it, and I decided to go a different direction. I have grandkids, age 2 and 5, and they would love this, I'm sure, but I'm sure they would also tear it apart. So I just decided to show you an alternative with this project because I wanted to make them cute, but I wanted to make them cards too. You know, when I was a child, I had the little cute little small cards that just kind of opened, you know. My mom would buy me a kit. So I decided to make 2 little shaker cards for my little munchkins. And so this one here is Mr. Elijah's, and both of them say Be Mine, and they're alternating papers from the Your Paper Insider Collection Box 9. And aren't they cute? I've just put some mixture of embellishments in there, and I made Mr. Liam the fuzzy one that looks like he's all laid back and chilled, because that's how my Liam is. And I just had fun looking at his little red horns and his glossy red. I don't know if you can see that gloss, but it's a glossy red cardstock. Then we've got a shimmer here cardstock, and I've got some shimmer in there as well to coordinate with it. I had so much fun with these guys. Look at the eyes and the teeth and the tongue. It's not cute. This is one of their specialty papers that were in there. And look at this paper. You see that texture on that? I don't know if you can tell. I think you can. Isn't that neat? Look at the background paper that's back there. The holographic stars. I'm telling you, I had so much fun making these little shakers. And inside both of them, they're both the same. I put Crazy for You. These are the 2 sentiments that are in the large die of the month. There's Be Mine and there's Crazy for You. So I did that with alternating colors so they would match each card on the inside for the boys. So that is my large die of the month example. I used the Heart Spellbinders die frame set for that. So that is my large die. Now this is the gorgeous small die of the month. This beautiful floral, and it's just so elegant. But H, and then you have the ELO, so you could do ELLO for hello. Then you have all these little foliage pieces that you can build on here. Here is a finished project, so you can see it. And then I also have an example. Here is my example. And I have used some of the Spellbinders specialty paper in this one, along with one of their older gems and some of their essential gems. And I used their 3D embossing folder back here. So that is what that one looks like. I love these ribbed letters. They really, really look good. So that is my small die of the month. I hope you like that one. I had fun making it. Then we have the Glimmer of the month. Now this is an unusual plate because it has this edge die, which you can get creative with. So I'm going to do a tutorial video with this one next weekend. So it'll be either Saturday or Sunday. I have not filmed it yet, but we will do this one together. I thought it would be a good tutorial for you all, and it would just give you some ideas on how to use this one. It's got two sentiments. One says forever yours, and the other one says your friendship is everything to me, which I thought were both really sweet. Now I've used the forever yours on a sample, and the other sentiment I believe I have here as an example, or I did. Oh, here it is. Hold on. Here's the friendship is everything to me. There you go. That's that one. I actually foiled it in a pink to coordinate with my projects because I got a lot of pink going on in my projects, which you will see. Okay. Now, BetterPress. Oh my gosh, BetterPress. Can you hear everybody laugh? Just like, oh! Friendship lace. Guys. Oh my gosh. Is this not gorgeous? I have not yet scratched the surface on this one. This is absolutely stunning. Now, I have not yet BetterPressed this. I have, though, foiled it a few times just to play with it. And let me show you. Let me show you my first few. Now, I did it black on pink, or pink on black. And I did it silver on black. Look at the detail. Oh my goodness. Can you say jaw-dropping? Look at the detail. Okay. Then, for my finish card, I went ahead and did magenta on pink sand, I believe it is. And then I just bordered it in black. And then I took some of their little rhinestones and the essential gems, and I just filled all the little dots all around the card wherever they were, and I just put a rhinestone embellishment in them, so it's got some little bit of texture as you run through. And it's just it's so pretty. I just cannot express how pretty it is, and it does not show up nearly as well in photography or in person. This is probably a lot better this way than it will be in the photography. It just doesn't do it justice in photography when it's foil. So I do want to make a BetterPress with this as well, and I cannot wait to see everybody else's samples with this one because it is a stunner. Okay, so that is your BetterPress, and I do have lots of samples this month, don't I? I was having fun. So this one, oh, I'm excited about this one. And I do have a sample with this stencil here in just a minute. But this is just a single stencil of falling hearts. But this one, check this out. It's a 4-layer. You've got 2 sets of diamonds that layer together like an argyle kind of thing. Then you have this one that fits in, let me see here so I can show you. Well, it's kind of hard to see, but it kind of fits in between those. You see the in between those diamonds right there. Okay, then you have these hearts, which are directional, and I'll explain it to you in the video because we're gonna do a video on this one. The hearts fit inside those little markings there. So our second video this month is going to be a tutorial on how to use this stencil set, but we're also going to do a little fun card with this one too. So it's going to be a technique video just showing the actual stenciling of these and the finished projects. So that'll also be next weekend. So you're going to have a Saturday and a Sunday video next weekend for clubs. Something to look forward to. Now this next one, oh, I forgot. This is the freebie item for the deluxe caboodle. This is my favorite monster, and he is my favorite monster out of the three. He is adorable. The teeth, oh my gosh, and the tongue, so cool. Now, something I want to tell you about these monsters that I forgot to tell you when we were looking at the big ones. Let me just explain this to you real quick, just in case, since I'm not actually doing a monster on screen, I wanted to explain this to you. Okay, this piece right here, you see this piece? It looks like, well, actually, let me show you the other one. I just want to make sure everybody realizes this, okay? These pieces here, they look like they're a mask, right? To me, they look, where's the other one? There. It looks like it's a mask. Well, first of all, it's not a mask. It's their eyeballs. And these pieces out to the side actually glue underneath. So if you look at mine, let me find them. The eyeballs are indented. This is the coolest thing. And the little flaps are glued underneath here. So ingenious. And then you just put a piece of black paper underneath that layer that's glued up underneath. Isn't that neat? Then for the mouth, you have this opening here, which is cut out. Then you have this piece that also has tabs to glue behind. But before you glue this behind, you want to put the little teeth, and you glue along this piece here behind the head. So just the little teeth poke out. And then on top of this piece, you see that little line right there? That's telling you to put this little piece on there. And it's the tongue. So you're putting that little red or pink piece on top of here. And I cut this in black for the shadow in the mouth. So I have that there. Then the teeth are already hooked on behind here. And then you hook the whole piece of black with these little tabs glued to the back. And you have his mouth. It's such a smart design, and it makes it so easy. So I just wanted to point that out because it makes it so easy, but it took me actually building it and playing with it to realize that's what those are. Those are tabs to actually glue to the underneath of the monster. And it made it so much easier once I figured it out. So this one here has that piece for his mouth, and then it has his teeth, which are here, and it has his tongue, which is right there. So you got your teeth, your tongue, and the pieces. This is upside down. And then it's got your little flaps that are going to go behind the monster. So, and then this one has little eyes that come up, which is cute. And then the piece that's under here is where you're gluing. So you see here how his eyes have this piece that comes down. That's what you're gluing behind the head. So everything is so well thought out that it's just, once you know the little tips and techniques, it becomes easier. So that's, I like to point those little things out because it makes your life easier, just like the types of tools you use when you build these things. It makes things smoother and easier and so much more enjoyable, because then you get these little cute guys for your children or your grandchildren, or even to cheer someone up in a nursing home, or, anything to make someone smile, So with this set, this is the Stamp and Die of the month. It has this cute little ABCs here. Then you have the insert that says, I love you. And it fits right in here. Now for this, I used my Misty. And I used a piece of acetate I first stamped this out, then I used a piece of acetate over the stamped image, and I laid this in there and picked it up with the plate. And then I tried to stamp it down on the acetate to see, do I have it lined up right? And the first time I didn't have it lined up right, so I needed to maneuver it a little bit. But I could wipe the ink off the acetate, then I could move it over a little bit, stamp it again, and I could see through the acetate to see, oh, that's perfect placement. So I wiped my acetate off again, took my acetate off the paper, re-inked the Misty, and came down on the paper. And because I tested it on the acetate first, I had perfect placement. So let's look at that sample. Here is my card for that sample, and you see how I got the perfect placement for the I love you in my ABCs. And then there is our little monster, and he's all glittered up, or should I say she is all glittered up for some little girl. So that is our cute little freebie of the month with the small die of the month and the stencil, the single stencil of the month. But remember, you have that 4 layering stencil of the month this month too, so that is a great value. Okay, now stitching. Look at this beauty. Now, I'm not too crazy about these down here, so I did not use this. This is actually Love and You. And the way they designed it, they wanted you to put Love and U. I didn't really care for that. But, you know, I always tell you how I feel. But I didn't care for that, so I left that off and I changed it to my liking. And I encourage you all to do the same. If you don't like this sentiment, push your other one in, another one in there. You know, make it your own. So I definitely made mine my own. So let's take a look at mine. Here's mine. I have gone with magenta, and I stitched it every other with silver and magenta metallic floss. I've got green and pink glitter flowers. And then I used the foil Forever Yours, and I don't know if you can see, there you go. Forever Yours is foiled in pink. And I don't know if you can see the stitching. Let's let it focus. Let's see. Okay. It's pink glitter flowers. And it's got the magenta floss in the flowers. And then the essential gems in the center. And I'm seeing that that gem is missing. Oops, I'm going to have to find it. But I'll make sure to get it for the picture. But I use little pink gems here in the center. And then I popped up the sentiment. And I just love the way it turned out. And I didn't need anything here, but I could put a crystal there, I guess, a larger crystal. But I didn't feel like it needed it. I liked it without the love there. So that was my Forever Yours card for stitching. And then I forgot to say that the foil that came with my kit is the matte gold foil. And then you have 2 heart embossing folders. The single, or the regular embossing folder, is this loop-de-loop heart. It's actually called Heart Swag. There you go, good picture of it. And then I showed you earlier this one here, which is the 3D. And it's this heart fan. I think it Tiny Heart Scallop. And it's got a really nice, you might even be able to see it better here. A really nice, it's like almost a fan, but it's also a scallop of these little baby hearts. And I really like this one. I think the only thing here I have not worked with is this. But I've also not gotten to work with the wax seal, which I will show a picture of right here because they have had a little shortage of them and I have not received my prototype yet. So when it comes in, I will have it. But until then, I will show you this picture, and I believe Pink Damask is the color of beads I'm supposed to get. And I believe that should be coming to me soon. So I'm going to spread out all my cards here so you can see them all together. I kind of have a theme going here, except for my boys' cards. And let me see, is that all of them? I believe so. Okay, so here are the matching, coordinating kind of ones. And then I've got my boys' ones here. So those are my cards for the month that I've made so far. And I will be back next weekend. Remember that today the clubs are open for current club members. You can make any changes you need to make to your clubs by adding those items to your cart, checking out, and then going back into your subscriptions and canceling any subscriptions you do not want any longer. Now, you have to make those decisions before the 4th, because on the 5th, those subscriptions in your cart are not in your cart, but in your subscriptions, the list in your subscriptions from last month are going to bill automatically. So if you have any questions about this, I do have a link down below in the description to a video where I walk you through the website step by step. And you can always contact me if you have any other questions as well. I'm always here to try to help you understand the clubs and get the most use out of them and the most for your money. For new club members, you can join on the 6th. And the same thing goes, you just add the items, the clubs you want to your cart, check out. It's always the free shipping. And you also get tons of club perks, like 10% off your orders. You get to order the new release early, and so on and so on. So I hope this has helped you in making your decisions and just giving you ideas to craft in general. I will be back on Saturday with the first club tutorial, and then Sunday with the second club tutorial. And I look forward to seeing all of your samples as well. Make sure you join me in the Craft Life Together with Spellbinders and More group over on Facebook to share your samples with me. I look forward to seeing your crafty goodness. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.